Okay, today we're gonna take a trip down memory lane and relive one of the most insane episodes of DramaAlert ever released, while simultaneously talking about a controversy that I'd argue hasn't exactly been resolved. My name is Nicholas DeOrio, and today, Keemstar has tasked me with breaking down an infamous story of a previously deleted lost episode of DramaAlert.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
When modern YouTubers like Minilad, Lionmaker, or EDP445 enter the news, what is the first type of controversy that comes to mind?
Well, fist bump? I don't fist bump people like you, man.
Well, if you guess something that will almost certainly get us a yellow $sign, then you're probably on the right track. In the last few years, creators from tons of different communities have been exposed for their disgusting behavior all across the space at varying degrees of severity. And for the most part, these usually lead to repercussions, accountability, and, well, a fall from grace in some capacity. Except none of that really happened to Kiwiz.
On March 27th of 2016, I interviewed the mother of an underage girl. I interviewed the girl and I interviewed Kiwiz at the time. They all admitted that Kiwiz was sending pics to a 14-year-old girl. It makes absolutely no sense. Kiwi was caught red-handed and admitted to it. If you look at that interview, you see 36,000 likes and 10,000 dislikes. And if you read through the comments 4 years ago, people are on Kiwi's side. But Kiwiz is the one that got away.
You need to understand, dude, like, I'm just a teenager. I made a mistake. Like,
Now, did she send you anything?
she did. She sent me things, and then right after
Who did it first? Who was the first one to make the first?
She
one?
did. And
Okay,
she sent me the pictures, and then she wanted me to send something of me to her, and I said, you know, I don't know, this is kind of weird. Like, I don't know if I want to do that. I'm kind of uncomfortable with showing you myself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is kind of weird. And she kept on telling me, dude, it's okay. I promise. There's nothing to worry about. Like, you can trust me. Like, 100%. Like, nothing bad's gonna happen. And here we fucking are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't trust these people. I swear to God.
Kiwi, this is bad. This is really bad, Kiwi.
Before we deep dive into this pit of YouTube degeneracy fused with the Jerry Springer show, I think it's important that we establish the players.
Here it is.
Kiwiz, formerly Red Kiwiz, was a member of the Red Reserve, an esports organization where he spent his days hitting trick shots, or whatever.
Yo, her Insta she's pretty good looking. And needless to say, I would Yo, Miss Alley Cat.
And then there was Nuda, who most of you know as the Chad DramaAlert replacement, and he was directly involved with this debate. He was with General, and he contributed next to nothing in this story.
Okay, yeah, Kiwi sent me this or this. You know, I'm not gonna have him send me pics. You know, I don't swing that way. I don't swing that way. I don't swing that way.
I'm only really telling you about this so you can better recognize the voice, and then he comes into play a bit later. Next up, there's Jerica, and her mother, who made an entire video about this situation that's currently lost to time. Jerica is the victim of Kiwiz, and we'll get to how she received that status in a few moments. In March of 2016, Kiwiz, Jerica's mother, Nuda, and General all got on DramaAlert with Keemstar to have a panel-style debate with the goal of determining whether Red Kiwiz sent and exchanged explicit pictures with a minor. No, I'm not joking, and no, I'm not exaggerating. Most of this discussion that occurred briefly before this call has been purged from the internet, with the exception of some video from 5 years ago that happened to archive Keemstar's tweets. In these tweets, we see pretty clearly that Keemstar was inviting Kiwiz on DramaAlert after alerting him in private that Jerica's mother was threatening to drop an exposed video on him. Other YouTubers, presumably Nuda in general, got Keemstar in touch with the mom and Jerica, which is how this story broke in the first place. Lastly, Keemstar claimed to have before and after screenshots of Kiwiz unfollowing some girls on Twitter, but it appears those are also lost to time. Following this interaction, the video was released by Keemstar, and it contains quite possibly the greatest intro to a DramaAlert I've ever witnessed in my time on YouTube.
What is up, DramaAlert Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the news. Today on the show, we have an interview. Red Kiwi has been accused of sending pictures to a 14-year-old girl. On the line, we have Sword General, we have Red Kiwi, and we also have the mother of the alleged victim.
I think that most of us can agree that a debate between Kiwiz and the victim's mother is the most unhinged way to handle a serious allegation in like the history of YouTube. However, it all went surprisingly well, and Kiwiz actually managed to admit to everything and bury himself in the process.
We met when I was 17. She claimed she was 14, but I guess she lied, apparently. She must have been 13 at the time. Can you clarify? A year and a half ago, was she 13?
Well, a year and a half ago, she probably would have been 12 and a half.
It's just, I was 17 at the time, and I understand she was 14 or 13, however old she was.
Wait, there's, if you were 17, wouldn't that make her 12?
No.
Oh God, this conversation is so bad.
She said she was having personal issues, and we just talked for a while. And, you know, one thing led to another. She started complimenting me. I complimented her. You know, being a teenager.
What Kiwiz is trying to say is it's one of those, she felt really depressed, so one thing led to another, and I sent her a picture of myself kind of conversations that no normal person has. Just to establish the ages in a clear and concise manner, when Kiwiz was 17 years old and still a minor himself, he messaged and exchanged pictures with a 12-year-old. He claimed that she lied about her age and that she was actually 14, making the ages sound a little better, maybe? Later in the call, he disputes the fact that she was 12 by arguing her body looked 15.
And also with the pictures, you had to have known she was younger. I'm sorry. No. I mean, when this started a year and a half ago.
I truly believe she was 15. Like, she looks 15 to me.
Ew. Oh, that's gross.
But I mean, if she's sending you graphic pictures when she's 12, I mean, you should be able to figure out.
There's no way.
Yeah. That she's not.
She wasn't 12. She was 13.
What does he mean by looked 15? I don't know, dude. But anyways, if we discuss this in the most charitable light possible and take Kiwiz's word that Jerica lied about her age, the situation's still pretty gray, because at best it's a minor and a minor. Legally, that still could mean trouble, but this was a major reason people began to defend Kiwiz.
It was a month ago.
Yeah, and a month ago on Snapchat, yes.
Okay, so a month ago you sent her a picture.
Yes.
But the problem with that is you're 19 and she's 14 at the time.
But the thing, like, I was in a really, like, depressed state. Like, she was talking to me, like, she kept on saying how she was saying how she was so attached to me. And I was saying, and she said how she wanted to meet up, and I said, that's really weird.
Okay, never mind. Now it's no longer gray. It's actually very black and white. Kiwiz exchanged pictures with a 14 or 15-year-old when he was 19. This is not only unacceptable, but it's illegal. Around this point, Jerica then joins the call and buries Kiwiz even more, specifically attacking the mental health card he just pulled.
So, you're talking about being depressed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
so I had something going on in my life around the time that happened.
I did too, and me being upset, and I told you about some things about me being possibly bipolar. You just like gaining that from like something that I said earlier, or are you really depressed?
No, like I'm not depressed now, but I had something going on in my life at the time that was really hard on me, and I just needed to talk to somebody. I don't know. It was just being stupid. But yeah, no, you did have a lot of personal issues, and I always talk to you about them, and you were happy to talk to me about them, and that's really all it was supposed to be about. And then one thing led to another, both of us being teenagers and being stupid. It's really dumb.
Now, Kiwi, this all sounds like really serious. Like, what are you thinking? Like, I mean, are you sorry? Are you...
No, am I sorry? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Of course I'm sorry. Like, obviously, like this is something. If Jerica would have expressed that she was very uncomfortable, and
Sir, this is a Wendy's, and she is 12 years old.
That's still a problem because you're 18 and I'm a minor, so don't act
but you,
like...
He's 19.
Jerica, you constantly would tell me that age is not an issue. I would tell you age is kind of weird. Like, it's kind of weird, and you would say...
but the problem is, Kiwi, is like one person's an adult and they have to know better, and it doesn't matter what the kid says. That's...
I know. I understand
blocked
that, but
me
like...
if I was being an issue.
He also kept repeating this clearly pre-written line, which makes the whole thing come off insanely corny.
I've seen so many people on Twitter get exposed, like, for making the same mistake. Like, I've seen girls, I've seen guys, and it's so stupid. So if you guys are thinking about doing that, just don't do it.
Dog, this sounds like something a boxer would say after they got caught doping and doing steroids. Your situation is not over, sir. You don't get to reflect on it. You're a creep, and this isn't a teachable moment for anyone. Following this DramaAlert interview, he issued a statement saying that everything was said that needed to be said, which was apparently a lie, because in the same tweet, he announced a damage control video. On top of the beating he received on DramaAlert, he also went on Scarce. I guess there was more stuff that needed to be said, but oh god, he got pulverized again.
It was like a heat of the moment type thing, dude. She was telling me, dude, you can trust me, it's okay, I promise. And then like I do it, I was really uncomfortable, and after I did it, it happened, whatever. I was 17, dumb mistake, and literally I didn't talk to her after that. I was really uncomfortable. We didn't talk for a long time.
But you guys did this recently, right? Like when you were 19, correct?
Around a month ago, yes, because she Snapchats me every single day. She messages me every single day, and I always ignore her.
I know why he tried to avoid the fact that he exchanged pictures with Jerica as a legal adult, but I'm perplexed how he thought Scarce wouldn't call him on it again? I mean, this is basically the same clip. How many times was he gonna get clapped like this?
Okay, but she said she was 14 or whatever, but
it was a month ago.
Yeah, and a month ago on Snapchat, yes. I didn't talk to her after that. I was really uncomfortable. We didn't talk for a long time.
But you guys did this recently, right? Like when you were 19, correct?
Around a month ago, yes.
After releasing his response video that we will get to momentarily, he started taking shots through retweets that presumably were targeted at General and Nuda, as if the community was on his side. And that's because they were. The comments, tweets, and many response videos that have since been lost to time, I wonder why that, they mostly sided with Kiwiz and relentlessly bashed Jerica. I honestly see this as like a black spot in the commentary community history, and it's really a product of the time. I'm sure public perception around an issue this serious would see a lot less victim blaming in 2021, but maybe I'm being charitable. A poll that's still available that was made by a fake Jerica account back in 2016 showed just how many people were taking Kiwi's side. But there were also a few people who took issue with it. Wait, am I allowed to show these? Hold on, let me call Big B. Hey man, I'm making a Kiwiz video. Can I use your clips?
So you're asking if you can steal my video?
Well, actually, no. I'm stealing a Brad Does Banter video.
And nobody cares!
On March 28th, 2016, Kiwiz released the video My Story, not to be confused with Slazo's My Side, that was actually a good video. This contains tons of victim blaming, victim cards, and in my opinion, I think Kiwiz weaponized his audience to target the minor he exchanged pictures with.
I just want to say thank you to all the people that support me. I've recently talked to a ton of Call of Duty YouTubers that are in my community. They're really high up and they respect me. They understand my side and they truly believe I didn't do anything wrong. And I'm so thankful that people are actually understanding this and they're not being so close-minded into automatically thinking that I'm some kind of because this girl lied about her age and convinced me to send her pictures of myself. Like, she sent pictures to me too, but it was a group effort, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't just like, there was no harassment. It was all consent, and I know that she's younger, and but you're a teenager, dude. Like, so many people in high school make this mistake, and I see so many people on Twitter get exposed for this, and
5 years later, this video has only 2.4k dislikes and 22,000 likes. The comment section is still mostly positive, despite what we're building to later in this video. I cannot for the life of me understand how someone was able to get away with this.
She lied about her age. She said she was 14. She was probably 13.
You don't have evidence of this, or do you? Or just any evidence, messages, or anything like that?
I know she lied, and I was on a call with her, and she admitted that she lied. I might have some recordings of it. I might not. I'm thinking about if I want to put it out or not. I don't know. It's a whole fuck situation. But the bottom line is she lied about her age, and that's how it is. She lied, and I know it's still kind of weird because it's a three to 4 year age difference. Like, but you need to understand, dude. Like, I'm just a fucking teenager. I made a mistake. Like if you're thinking about sending nudes out there, like anybody, like, no matter what age, like, over the internet.
Just to make this point concrete, Jerica could very well have lied about her age. If she said that she was 14, and they exchanged nudes again when she was 15 or 16, her lied age is still illegal. He's still 19.
The girl is 14 now, and Kiwi is 19. Now, Kiwi keeps saying, but she lied about her age, but she lied about being 2 years older, meaning her lied age is 16. Kiwi is still 19. But she lied about her age. It doesn't matter. Her lied age is illegal.
Okay, so the girl is 14 now, and Kiwi's is 19. Now, Kiwi keeps saying, but she lied about her age. But she lied about being 2 years older, meaning her lied age is 16. Kiwi's is still 19. But she lied about her age. It doesn't matter. Her lied age is illegal. How stupid are you, spinner?
If he knew that she was 12, that's bad. If he thought she was 13, that's bad. If he thought she was 14, that's bad. If he thought she was 15, that's bad. If he thought she was 16, that's still bad. There's no way to salvage this. It doesn't actually matter if she lied about her age.
There was 4 people in that call that were against me. Keemstar was on the fence. You had Nuda, General, the daughter, and the mom. Obviously, I'm literally pinned in a corner, and I was super nervous. I was literally having like an anxiety attack before going into that call. Like,
now he takes the opportunity to villainize Nuda.
And a lot of you are like wondering why Nuda would do this, why he would get this girl to go on DramaAlert. Like,
well, it's because you're a Call of Duty YouTuber with a young audience, and you sent pictures to a minor. That's why he did it.
Honestly, I don't know why he would do this. I don't know. I just gotta say, ever since I left the fellas, Nuda has just not liked me. I'm friends with Tensor right now. I'm okay with Crude, but Nuda, we just haven't spoken in a long time. People would always tell me what Nuda would say behind the scenes. He would always get mad that I'm doing somewhat well on YouTube.
No, it's definitely because you exchanged pictures with a child.
He would make fun of me for possibly getting into FaZe. He was really upset about the Red House. I don't know what it is. And Nuda, if you're watching this, dude, I don't know why we just can't be friends.
Well, I'd say it's actually because you exchanged pictures with a minor.
And she said, there's nothing to worry about. Like, you don't have to worry about anything. That I can trust her, that nothing like this would ever happen, and here we are. It's insane to me. And honestly, I don't know what to think. Now remind yourself, I sent this when I was 17. I stopped talking to her after that. I felt bad, like I didn't want this, like I didn't want that, like it's not, I didn't feel comfortable doing it. We did it once. It
was a month ago.
Yeah, and a month ago on Snapchat. I didn't feel comfortable doing it. We did it once, and that was that. I was a teenager. I made a mistake. I'm sure there's tons of you out there that have done this before, and I know, like, it looks bad.
Within hours of this video being released, Kiwiz would receive his first repercussion of his actions. The famous hacking group Lizard Squad, who famously took down the entire PlayStation network in 2014, decided to hack his Kick account and blackmailed him into sending these funny tweets. On top of all of this, Kiwiz had the audacity to upload a thank you video on the 31st of March. Unbelievable.
So I want to say thank you to everybody that supported me and understood my side, and all the big YouTubers once again, and all my real friends. I've had so many great people in my life that have helped me with my issues, and I just want to say thank you to those people. Tensor, Formula, Raves, Gilly, even some IRL friends, they've reached out, and I just want to say thank you. It means the world to me. And if I missed a name, I mean, I've probably missed a couple names, but, you know, seriously, it means the world to me.
Besides that, this situation just kind of ended with him crying harassment on Twitter, well, until someone went to his house.
What is up, DramaAlert Nation? One of their fans, well, I guess he's not really a fan, ended up going to the house to confront Kiwiz about this. Roll it.
Red Kiwiz.
Oh, hey,
DJ T-Mac.
Yeah, what's up?
Life, the man with the big shorts.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
I wanted to ask you a question.
Okay.
Why did you that girl.
Oh, you think you're funny?
Yes.
Right. That is not funny at all, dude.
Alright, you gotta leave, dude.
You wanna leave, bud?
You gotta get out of the house.
Why did you do it?
You gotta get out of the house.
Why did I? Do you even know the story?
Come on,
yeah, I know the whole story.
Get out the fucking
Why
house.
did you do it? Why did you do it? You sent your online to a girl that was 14 years old. That was 14 years old.
Do you realize? Do you not understand that she completely lied about her age?
I disavow. But if we fast forward to today, one would assume this person who was caught red-handed exchanging pictures with a minor as an adult, blamed the victim, used depression as a shield, and went about his responses in the most unapologetic way imaginable, would have had some form of consequences. Honestly, I'd love to tell you that he was promptly dropped from Red Reserve, no team picked him up, his numbers dropped dramatically, and he faded into irrelevancy. But that didn't happen, and Kiwiz knew it wouldn't happen the night he dropped his response. In fact, 2 years later in 2018, Kiwiz would go on to leave Red Reserve on his own terms and signed a contract with Obey. Following a short stint with that organization, he was picked up by Lumosity Gaming in 2019, and then he actually took Keemstar's advice in 2020 and just started his own team 1%.
And now for the trophies, which is really cool. We got my 1 million plaque, and then we got the 100K plaque. This is like the OG 100K plaque. This is way back. As you guys can see, my view is very, very nice. We have the whole entire golf course right here, and we actually have the view of the pool. I can see Random's room, his balcony over there, and I can actually see the very top of the roof, which you guys will see later on in the video, and that part's insane. But
Kiwiz got caught exchanging pictures with a 14-year-old when he was a legal adult, and somehow his channel ballooned to nearly 3.5 million subscribers, and he moved into a multi-million-dollar mansion. If that sounds unreal to you, yeah, it is. I'm actually really confused, especially when someone who failed upward this hard grew into making clickbait Fortnite content for actual kids now.
Yeetus McBobbis McPoopus. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, was literally the craziest curse of bad luck I think I've ever said. You guys have about 15 seconds to drop a like on this video and subscribe to my channel, and it'll all be reversed. This is your only chance.
Shortly after the news broke that Kiwiz was verified on Twitter, this story would once again come to a head as many members of the community started to make videos with the goal of educating Kiwiz's new young audience on his past controversy. Keemstar himself even uploaded a video that I'm sure you've never seen before because it was uploaded to Storyfire, which basically means you've never seen it before. Eventually, Kiwiz had to issue a Twitter notepad response where he hones in on the fact that this was nearly 5 years ago, as if that's like the statute of limitations for the court of public opinion. He claims the situation has been resolved, which it absolutely hasn't, because he still has a large platform making Fortnite content. Kiwiz claims that he's matured a lot over the years, but immediately shifts to the victim card about how he's received tons of harassment over the years for all the things that he did. Then he pulls the mental health card, saying he got PTSD from all the harassment and threats he received because he exchanged pictures with a minor. He ends it off by highlighting that there have been no similar controversies, and I'll give him credit for that, because he hasn't done anything like this in the last 5 years. But he also follows that up by saying, I wake up every day and make sure I never make a mistake like that again. Look, maybe I'm reading into this too far, and I'm just the average guy making this average video on the DramaAlert YouTube channel, but I think I speak for most of you when I say that normal people don't have to wake up every morning and make sure they don't exchange nudes with minors. For most people, this is an unconscious process similar to breathing, where someone doesn't have to actively address this type of thing mentally. I'm sure he just said this because someone told him it sounded good, but Jesus, that's so tone deaf. Naturally, this notepad apology, which was more of a deflection than an apology, created quite the discussion on Twitter. Some larger creators stepped in to actually defend him, while other guys like Kavos were on the right side of history. The Kiwiz channel started to bleed subscribers at a slow rate, and as a result, he issued a second damage control statement. He was evicted from his house. Well, not actually, because Kiwiz left of his own accord yet again, which in reality means next to nothing, and in a few weeks he was just back to making more content.
Okay, let me get this straight. All right, Kiwiz messing around with a 12-year-old many years ago. That gets brought back up again, and Kiwiz decides to leave his esport organization. which he owns. He's leaving the esport organization, which he owns. Really? Everybody on the team joined the esport organization that Kiwi owns, knowing that he messed around with a 12-year-old. All of his friends, literally everyone. So how does this save the team? How does this help the team? They all knew. This isn't some new information. None of it makes any sense. And he owns the team. He still owns. How do you leave something that you own? You don't. Now he's just like a secret owner, a secret investor. Like what? There's not. What? This means nothing. Literally nothing.
After Kiwiz confessed to exchanging pictures with a minor, people defended him. After Kiwiz attacked the minor on his channel, people defended him. After Kiwiz bashed the person who defended the minor, people defended him. After Kiwiz claimed he matured and pulled the mental health card yet again, people defended him. Even after Kiwiz left 1%, people still defended him. And hell, after this video, I'm sure my Twitter feed's gonna be flooded with it.
This is the problem that I have with Kiwiz, all right? Kiwiz has child fans. He has 3.5 million subscribers on YouTube. They're all kids and they don't understand that what Kiwiz did was wrong. It's all love. You see all these kids just being like, bro, what? Oh, good luck, man. Good luck. I'm heartbroken over this. And I see some people calling them defenders. They're not defenders. They're literally kids. They don't understand the difference between right and wrong in this situation. They're kids. And this is the problem. This is why in 2016, when this story first happened, that Kiwiz got away with it. He had a kid fan base, but it was in the Call of Duty space. The internet and the community never should have allowed him in the Fortnite space because of this, all right? So I don't know what the community does about this. He's gonna constantly have these kids being like, he did nothing wrong, leave Kiwiz alone. They don't know any better. But I don't know, community. What are we gonna do about this? Because he's gonna get away with it again. He has child fans that don't even understand what he did is wrong. They don't get it.
But after all of that, what did we learn? Well, besides the fact that Kiwiz is probably the luckiest influencer alive, who presumably managed to evade not only legal trouble, but a damaged career and the wrath of the court of public opinion, we learned that anyone can be successful regardless of how severe their cancellation is, as long as they continue to upload and make new fans. It's as simple as that. It really doesn't matter how much of a degenerate you are if you put your head down and just spam out garbage Fortnite videos to your feed. It's why YouTubers who are objectively bad continue to survive, and it's why the only real way to get cancelled is to leave on your own accord. This is one of the most legendary moments in DramaAlert history. My name's Nicholas DeOrio, and this is the story of Kiwiz, the one who got away.
I wouldn't doubt if this girl was talking to 10 guys at once. I wouldn't doubt if she sent news to 10 guys, and I wouldn't doubt if these 10
So do you think that this story is a lot bigger than it really is?
Yes.
Like, just singling you out would be considered wrong if there's
Singling
lots
me
of other
out,
people
I
involved?
honestly think, I mean, obviously I owned up to my mistakes. She lied about her age, number one. I don't know if I should say this, but she specifically talked to a certain person saying that they wanted them to go to a house, make out with a boy, and send her the videos. Like, she literally said that. She is insane. I want you guys to understand. You know what I mean? Like, it's...
Okay, so... Now, Kiwiz, I still think what you did was messed up, and
dude,
anybody
from the outside looking in, anybody could say it's messed up.
I still think from the inside you would still say it was messed up.